What up, man? Your big brother K Reno, man. I'm saying this to all our Underground Dialogue podcast soldiers. Make sure that you support our brother Eugene Preacher Smith in his clothing line. This brother got some of the dopest gear that I've come across, top quality stuff. I'm gonna get out the way and let him tell you about it.
254 Worldwide, it's your girl Erin. I'm from the Kids of the Future for the Future, and today I'll be introducing my dad. He is an OG and he's also a gangster. See, the reason why he ain't raised his kids to be a gangster is because they won't be love to him. Now I'll be teaching y'all a song, and I want y'all to listen, because if you don't, you'll fail. If you do, you won't fail. You'll get an A. So here I go. Fifth ward finest, limp under my feet, keep my front shining. Got my sister on the line, breaker 19. It's traveling season, so devil get behind me, devil get behind thee, devil get behind thee. Everything we do, God co-signing. Now guess who driving while y'all keep wildin'? We keep God smiling, that's why blessed keep piling. Now that's 85,000. Keep CCLIV.
254 Worldwide. Welcome to CCLIV land, where we keep it 100, on strong, 365. So you know we're gonna keep it CCLIV. Hey, this is my brand that I created to be able to save our youth, to make sure they don't receive 25 years in TDC and make them eligible for 4 years of college on any level. You can find us at www.ccliv.bigcartel.com and www.keepitccliv.bigcartel.com. And we also got a manual, a handbook, where you can find that on www.amazon.com. Research CCLIV Chronicles and Guidance, and you will find it. You can find me at Facebook, Eugene Preacher Smith. Yeah, you can check me out. You can follow me on there every morning.
Underground dialogue. We gon' tell the truth. We ain't scared like a lot of y'all. Matters who they are. Do we bow? No. Not at all. Dropping bombs on this wicked world, so it gotta fall. Underground dialogue. We gon' tell the truth. We ain't scared like a lot of y'all. Matters who they are. Do we bow? No. Not at all. Dropping bombs on this wicked world, so it gotta fall. From the industry to the Oval Office, we expose the darkest motives of them all and disclose what the protocol is. Thinking and moving logical, stopping every maneuver possible, and apologizing for truth is not optional. We gon' help you with what you go through, reshape and mold you, and sweep over them weak lies they told you. If you living with no clue, we gon' deprogram the old you, and you get to keep your soul.
What up,
too.
man? It's your big brother K Reno.
It's your boy Keystone.
Y'all are tuned in again to another episode of the Underground Dialogue podcast, where the name speaks for itself. And tonight, man, I'm so honored tonight, man, because this brother we got with us tonight, I don't get to sit with a lot of people who I look up to and influence me in my young days as a young pup in the game. And this brother is one of the first, not just one of the first rappers come out of our city, but one of the first rappers to be a success out of our city. One of the first rappers to be an influence to other rappers out of our city, to be a tree that a lot of us were branches that came out of, man. So I'm honored to have this brother, Mr. I Am a Dope Fiend himself.
Hey.
Mr. Kidz Jam himself.
Yeah.
The one and only Jazzie Redd.
Yes,
in
sir.
the building, man.
Yes,
How you
sir.
feeling, family member?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good.
This the first one that can actually say they came before you.
Man, without a doubt. Out the city, yeah, you know, without a doubt, man.
Yeah,
Because
man.
I was a young fella, and we'll get into everything with your origins, but I know for a fact, I was like, man, you know, Big Brother's on another level when I first heard you, you know, in Kidz Jam. For people who don't know, give us your origins as a rapper, who your musical influences were, and some of your early rap influences, and when you started.
Well, first of all, man, I want to say thank you for having your boy out, man. I appreciate y'all, man, for inviting me to the show, man. And just it's feel good to be here, man. Feel good to be here.
Honor.
And I remember one of the things you told me back in the day. You say, Jazzie, how can you have been that good at rap? Remember you told me, how can you have been that good when you have nobody to
come on,
no blueprint, nobody to study from? You was there at the very cusp of hip hop when hip hop first came out, the very beginning of hip hop. So man, early 80s, like 1980, 83. I made the first rap record in Houston, the first vinyl rap record. It was a 33 record, but it was a 7-inch vinyl record with a group called the Chance Band. Steve Cummins, Roger Cummins, two brothers. They had a nice R&B band in Houston, and they were looking for a rapper to do a song. The song was called Breakdancing, and they contacted me, man, and we did the song. That was actually the first record that was put out in Houston for a rapper. And it was kind of like the Fatback Band. The Fatback Band did the King Tim the Third Personality Jockeys. It's the exact same way. They were looking for a rapper for that song, and they found this guy in New York. He was doing a lot of raps and stuff, so they went and got him to do a rap, and that's how that came about. So my story is pretty similar to his, man. So
man, what's crazy? It's always been conversations about what was the first rap record to come out of Houston. People were saying McGregor Park and Hollywood Boy, different people. I never knew.
Yeah.
So the timeline you giving, so that's the first rap record, just record with a rap on to come out of Houston like that.
Yeah, 1983
wow.
was when we did that song. I think McGregor Park, all that stuff came a little bit later. I think when did McGregor Park record come out? I think it was it.
I remember the song.
It was a rap?
Yeah.
Okay. McGregor Park, that record came out. I know it wasn't in 83. That was pretty much the foundation of it, man. So a lot of people don't know that, when you have people outside from New York or different cities, states, or whatever, when they talk about Houston hip hop, to take nothing from my boys, all the Houston artists that's out and that's been out in the 90s and 80s and stuff like that. They kind of skip past, or maybe they're not educated. Maybe they don't know the foundation of Houston hip hop. So they start with the Ghetto Boy, they start with Screw and stuff like that. But it was hip hop way before those guys. When I was doing it, they were little.
I was little.
Not saying I'm 90 years old, but I was a little bit, several years older than them. We was doing Kidz Jam. We were all teenagers at the time. Only the two people that was oldest on Kidz Jam was Cricket. Cricket was always older than us. He was our big brother. And me and Lester were kind of a few years older than some of the other kids. I was 20, 21. The other kids was from 14 to 18. We was all kids, all teenagers.
How did Kidz Jam come about? Because that was like a phenomenon to a young dude like me, when somebody first told me, "Oh man, put it on 90.9 every Saturday," and they playing rap music. I was like, "No, they ain't." And then you're like, "Wait a minute, these dudes is on the radio, not just playing music, but the personalities, man. Y'all on there freestyling and cracking jokes and just doing this long before this existed." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How did Kidz Jam? Whose idea was it, and how'd you become a part of it?
Well, actually, it was Lester's idea. So shout out to my boy LSP, Lester Serve Pace.
No doubt.
Yeah. Lester said Jock Ace on the case. Lester Serve Pace. That's him. So Lester had this idea. First, KTSU was mostly it was just playing jazz, and they were playing R&B and stuff like that in the beginning. And Lester had this idea. He went up to Pam Collins, who was the program director at that time. Mr. Porter, Charles Porter was the general manager, and Lester went to Pam and wanted to play some rap. No, I think what happened was he purposely played a rap song on the air. That's what he did. He snuck some shit in. He snuck a song
accidentally on purpose.
He accidentally on purpose played a rap song. And Pam, she always called it, how we had a thing called the hotline, where if you're in trouble, it's a red light, it'll flash. Oh shit, that's the boss calling.
Yeah.
Something that we done did something wrong. So Pam hit the hotline and said, "What is that you playing? Blah, blah, blah. Take it off. Let's just say, we want to keep that on because the people been calling about it. They want to hear it. So she, I think she let him put another song on. The phone lines went crazy. So she gave him just to go ahead and give him a concept to go ahead and do a show. And that's how the Kidz Jam show came about.
And what year was that?
Pretty much. That was, I think that was 82.
Wow.
Early. 82,
Yeah,
81, 80, somewhere up in there, yeah.
It's getting boring.
Just at the cusp of the 80s, man, that's when, when rap, and back to when you saying my influences, Curtis Blow and the Sugar Hill Gang was the only couple.
That was it.
That was the only
it
couple
had to be your influences, yeah.
KB was in, Curtis Blow was in, came out in 79 with Christmas rapping, and then the Breaks, and then the Sugar Hill Gang came out in 79 too with, with
Rappers
Delight.
Grandmaster Flash,
yeah,
Message.
then
that was all we had, yeah.
Yeah, so that's some of the influences that I had, because I started around that time, 83, 84, in the mid 80s and everything. So yeah. So Kidz Jam was born, man, and shout out to Wicked Cricket, R.I.P. man, my big brother Wicked Cricket, man. Cricket, I've been knowing Cricket since high school. I used to live in Clayton Homes in Second Ward.
Yeah.
Cricket used to go with one of my friends' sister over there in Second Ward. So Cricket used to come over there all the time. We hooped. All we did was play basketball and hoop. Cricket was a hooper. I hooped all in school, and Cricket said, man, you need to go up to Kidz Jam and meet Lester.
Yeah.
So Cricket took me up there to meet Lester, and I started rapping. That was my job on Kidz Jam. I was the master rapper. That's what it was called. That was my title, the master rapper. Every Saturday morning, I do a live rap.
Mister.
Yeah, the master rapper.
So Cricket was in the Kidz Jam crew before you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I didn't know that.
Yeah, Cricket brought me to Lester.
Yeah,
brought me to the station to meet Lester. So after I met Lester, started rapping, and I got on the crew. Lester said, "Okay, come on, Pam." Said, "Okay, Jazzie, go ahead." And then I started rapping, and at first I was doing it live, and then Pam got this idea. Well, let me go ahead and we need to start recording these, because in case y'all say something crazy.
Yeah.
I think I said something a little, because back in the day we wasn't cussing in rap. Nobody wasn't really cussing. So if I say something risque to Pam, she might hear and say, "Oh, it sounded a little funny." So we just started recording. And when we started recording, me and King T, like DJ Terry T was his name back in the day. He's King T now. We used to record them, and when we record those records, we with those songs, we make them like a record, because we was recording it now, so we can stop and we can go and do some other shit to it. So I was like, okay, we're damn near making a record now. So
it's crazy. We found out King T was doing all that while he was on the run.
He was on the run. He was running from school and running from everybody, breaking away from halfway houses.
How did T see? Because man, that chemistry, man, y'all had it was almost like a basketball team, like a starting lineup, and all the pieces fit, man. When did T come in? When did OG Style and all those guys come in? Because once the crew got tight with Parrish, it's like y'all had a hell of a lineup, bro.
Yeah. King T was there before I was there, because he had ran away. He was he stayed with me. He lived with me and my mom. I was staying with my mom. I was in 4th Ward at the time. He stayed with me. T came over there and stayed with me and my mom, and he was just basically kind of homeless at that time. So nigga ain't homeless now.
Right.
He's King T now.
Right.
But he was kind of just staying from shelter to shelter and just staying with people and just being a little badass. Just running around, didn't want to follow no rules or whatever. So, but he was the coldest DJ. Man, this boy can mix, man. He was 14, 15 years old, skinny, long fingers, man, just mixing and yeah, man. So Tila was there when I got there. That's it. He was our DJ. He wound up being my DJ.
Man.
And so we, man, it just came. We just went we all met. Each one of us had a certain talent. We did this, we did that. We rapped. Lester was always like the captain, the big brother, the leader. He led everything, and I'm his sidekick. I'm his right hand man. Coming in and doing what I do, rapping and blah blah blah. King T was our DJ, and everybody else was a supporting team. Man, we would it just blend together.
I couldn't believe it, bro. I was like, man, this ain't even real, because we talk about if you can put your mind at a time before hip hop was like it is now, there was no business side of it. There was a lot of people with records out at all. Anything that you mostly heard was the stuff that was national, you know, like in a lot of those records, the first time we heard those records, we heard them on Kidz Jam.
Right.
But also, for this guy, when he would rap, man, and I hit him up a few years ago, I said, man, remember this acapella you did, man? He said, oh, man, I got it. And sent it to me, man.
Yeah.
And when I first heard that acapella, I was at home, I was sitting by the radio, and I was like this, I would listen like that, I was like, I'm done. Through, man. You know, because you were so ahead of your time, bro. You know, like, I don't need no music. It's not necessary. There's anything else. It's quite country. You know, like,
And even, I remember it vaguely. I remember
using the big words.
Yeah,
but what I wanted to ask you before I go into that, because like I say, when you did that acapella, I wrote me one. Straight up. I said, man, I got to be like that.
Yeah.
But in that song, in that acapella, you mentioned, did you say DJ Screw in that song?
What it was, it wasn't DJ Screw. DJ Screw wasn't DJ Screw at the time.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
He wasn't DJ Screw at the time. I think DJ Screw probably was a little kid.
Okay.
You know, at that time, I'm sure he wasn't even into what happened was DJ Screw. King T was DJ Screw.
Okay.
We called ourselves, and I was MC Bone.
Gotcha.
It was just a little something we were just playing around with, just making fun, saying something crazy, just screwing the bone.
Yeah.
That's what we call ourselves. So,
gotcha.
Oh wow.
And that some kind of way, not saying that. I don't know if Screw heard that, or as he got older, and said, "I'm calling myself DJ Screw."
Yeah.
I don't know, you know, but we just was playing around, saying something silly, and you know, not thinking of nothing that would come up of it, you know, years later.
Right.
But yeah, man. So we just I said DJ Screw.
Yeah.
DJ Screw, this one's for you or something.
Yeah.
So,
and I was like, I know Screw wouldn't rush because Screw younger than me.
But then y'all kind of screw something on the records a little bit.
Well, that's another thing.
Yeah.
See, Kidz Jam, for those that don't know, you know, if Kidz Jam, we're talking about Kidz Jam, it's KTSU. It's on the campus of Texas Southern University. It's a college radio station here in Houston. And yeah, we were the only station at that time playing rap music because 102 didn't play rap. We were the only station in Houston playing any rap, the first station to play rap music. And yeah, what happened was the song "Fresh Is the Word" by Mantronic.
Man.
It plays on. It's a 12-inch vinyl record, but most of the records play on 33 speed. That record, for some reason, it's a several 12 inches that play on 45 speed. So we turned it back down to 33, and that made it go slow. It was "Fresh is the Word," and it slowed it down. It wasn't screwed in because, you know, so like I say, Screw didn't exist then. So we slowed the record down. That was the first slowed down record that came out of Houston. What we did, we slowed it down. So not even knowing that what we were doing, we just was clowning and put it on 33. That shit sounded so good on 33, man. It sounded good.
Yeah, that's what you used to do back at home on your mama record player.
Yeah.
Slow it down. Sometimes you speed it up, man.
Yeah.
But that's some wild stuff, man. So I can remember when, you know, y'all start opening the doors for other rappers to come in and like do interviews and do all that. I tell people all the time, my first ever time being on the radio was on Kidz Jam.
Yeah.
You know, we came up there and sat down and y'all talked to us. When did that policy kind of initiate, and did y'all have to fight through any type of situations with the higher ups to be able to now bring other people in?
I don't think necessarily we had to fight. If anything, you know, Lester would know more. I think if we did, Lester would talk to Pam, and Pam would you know, he'd just kind of let her know what's going on. He kind of whatever artist, as long as it's civil.
She trusted Lester. Yeah.
She trusted Lester. She trusted all of our judgment, you know, when it comes to certain things. But she made sure that she made sure everything was okay. You know, as far as being crazy on the radio, saying something crazy on the radio, cursing or whatever, profanity, whatever. So once that happened, man, we started. Actually, we were the go-to, you know, station for Houston artists to break out. We broke damn near every artist that was coming up in the 80s and 90s.
That's right.
On Kidz Jam. That's where they got the platform to, you know, let people hear their music and hear their talent, know their name and stuff like that. So
y'all broke like Rap-A-Lot and everything.
We broke Rap-A-Lot. We did. Matter of fact, Jay brought Car Freaks to us. That was the first record on Rap-A-Lot.
That's right.
That was Car Freak. That was before Face wasn't in there.
No, that's Jukebox and Johnny C. and all
Jukebox
that.
Prince Johnny C.
Yeah.
Bill was with him.
Yeah,
then?
Bill was with
was
him.
there, and Raheem.
Right.
Raheem, yeah. And Reddy Red.
Reddy Red, that's
R.I.P.
right.
to my man
Yeah,
Red,
salute.
man. So yeah, that was the first record we broke out from Rap-A-Lot, and several others on throughout Rap-A-Lot's career, through Rap-A-Lot's history. While we were on the air, Run DMC and them came by the state. We broke every rap record in New York. On Kidz Jam, we played all those records, man. So Run them came to the stage. A few people, Houdini, a lot of people came to the station, especially when they had the Fresh Fest and the Swatch Watch tour and all those old school big concerts that they had. Yeah,
man.
So that was it, man.
You know what I mean, it was a different time, but man, if y'all had footage,
man,
that'd have been crazy.
Me and Lester was talking about that too, man. If we had footage and if we had more radio sense at that time to know as far as sponsorships, and we could have got all, we got the biggest sound waves, the Record Rack, all those stores would have been sponsoring us, and all those the Radio Shack, probably all those people would have sponsored Kidz Jam, because all that had to do with hip hop. And so the Guitar Center, maybe all those different stores would have been sponsored. We wasn't educated on that. We didn't know anything.
Y'all was chopping down the trees. Y'all was clearing the land. The buildings weren't up yet. It was still forest. I wanted to ask you this because your name was known and circulating all over the city. You was like big deal. Did you get that taste of celebrity? What was it like when you first started? When people, because like I said, by not being no footage, it had to be times, I'm assuming, that people would have to say, hey man, that's Jazzie Redd right there. When did you first start kind of getting that, with people recognizing you and going to places and rapping and all that?
You talking about in the Kidz Jam days?
Yeah.
We went out every Saturday night. We went to Rainbow.
Yeah.
After we leave the radio station, there was a skating rink in Houston on the north side on Tidwell.
Yeah.
On the corner of Irvington and Tidwell. Bo Broussard, man, rest in peace to Bo, man. Bo had the biggest skating rink, well, one of the biggest skating rinks in Houston, but it was the most popular because we were on there we was there every Saturday night. After we leave Kidz Jam was on from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Then later on that night, I think about 6 or 7, we go over to Rainbow and DJ, and we do a skate, and then we do a dance after that. And at the skating rink, man, we were superstars. Everybody walked in there, boy. Jazzie Redd on the radio, blah blah blah, coming in. We get on the mic and rap, and Tila and Les and them DJ. Yeah, man. So it was fun. So around that time, that's kind of on the radio. People they hear you, and when you go out and stuff, you have to say your name because people wouldn't
they know the face.
They know my face, so you have to actually say my name for people to know who I was or who I am.
I'm sure they can tell by that voice. You got a radio voice, man. You can tell like that. But what do you think about the skating rinks not being like that no more? Because I remember coming up, the skating rink was like bigger than the club sometimes. Because that's where it was mostly hip hop, and you learned how to talk to women and everything in that skating rink. And nowadays it's sort of like it seems like it's fading out. What do you think about that?
Everything is kind of fading. Everything is, it's not actually fading, it's just changing. Everything is evolving and changing to a different generation, whole different generation of kids, and the climate is different. It's social media and the internet and stuff. Is obviously, back then we didn't have the internet. Wasn't no internet. We were just on your phone. If you call somebody on your phone at your house, few people barely we couldn't afford no cell phones. In the beginning we had beepers, had a pager, you got to go to somewhere and call, or a payphone and call. The social media wasn't like that, man. But things is just so much different now. And like even the clubs are different, and radio is different. Everything is just different. It's evolving with these crazy times, man. The social media, because a lot of that social media stuff is kind of taken away from some of the realistic fun. It's like when you were a kid, you go outside. You ain't have no toys or no internet or no game. You go outside and you make shit up. You find something.
I got a rock and
goddamn dirt. Yeah,
some dodgeball.
And that's fun. Play some dodgeball, some kickball, all that stuff. Now kids don't even want to go outside and play no more. They motherfuckers just want to play games and do all that stuff. My kids, they'll go outside for a few minutes and play. I'll make them go outside and play. Put those phones up, go in the backyard, go play.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, everything just changing, man, because of this. You know, the times has just changed. You know, some skating rinks still fun. You know, you still can go to and play the music. They'll be doing their little dances and got their crews and stuff, but it's not like it was back in the 80s and 90s.
Tell me about this, because everything does change. I'm sure back in the gap when you thought of your name, Jazzie Redd at that time, you was like, man, this is a hard name. But now you know you share the name of most strippers in the most of the nation.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage, Jazzie Redd. No, nigga, this is the boy. I'm a boy, Damon. I am a boy. But no, man, the name Jazzie, I got that from, because when I was growing up, people called me Dirty Red.
Okay.
I ain't like Dirty Red. We got a Dirty Red. The body boy, Dirty Red. I was Dirty Red all through when I was in elementary and junior high school, and I ain't like that. So when rap came, I started hearing Jazzie J, Jazzie Jeff, Jazzie Joyce. It was a girl rap named Jazzie Joyce. So I said, I like Jazzie. I'm gonna be Jazzie Red, and I just spelled it different. Instead of J-Z-Z-Y, I spelled it with an I-E, and then Red, I just put 2 D's on it to make it, make it kind of just stand out a little different. So yeah, Jazzie was mostly a male name. Then some of the girls started calling themselves Jazzie something because it took a different turn.
Especially in Houston.
Yeah, we got a lot of Jazzie. It was a girl calling herself Jazzie Redd.
I know
in Houston.
So I know Jazzie. Some
girl out here. Yeah, I didn't know who she was. I'm like, who's this girl calling herself Jazzie Redd? And there was a guy calling himself Jazzie Redd, a DJ back in the day. I put a cease and desist because I was on the radio then. He wasn't on the radio. I take it back. He was DJing at a club, and he was calling himself Jazzie Redd. I forgot the name of that club. And I put a cease and desist to let them stop using that because they was playing it on 102, and I was on 97, and they people thinking that was me going to the club. That was confusing people. I'm like, who is this man calling himself Jazzie Redd? I'm so established with my name, especially in my home in Houston.
Come on,
man! You DJing at a club calling yourself Jazzie Redd? So so he stopped, and I don't know if he changed his name, but they stopped saying it on the radio.
Right. Only one.
That was that.
Now, you being just educating us and letting us know you was the first rapper to put a rap record out, to be on a rap record, one of the first, but also you are one of the first rappers out of the city to have a big hit record to come out of the city. I don't think that gets mentioned enough because I'm a Dope Fiend dropped in 90.
Actually, it came out in 1989.
Okay.
On my album. Well, it was my first album was called The Spice of Life.
Yep.
That was on Quality Records, Quality Pump Records, distributed through Capitol Records. That's why I had a lot. That's why I had a lot of juice with Capitol, with King T. Because I co-wrote a few songs for King T, and I had that connection with Capitol Records. Tim Devine was at that A&R at that time, and all that stuff. So it came out in 89 on my album. Then we put it out in 90 on a EP. My EP. So we dropped it then. So 89, 90, that song was out.
So see that 1 year earlier, that just bolsters my point even more because one of the first records that we can say, okay, the original Scarface record. That was one of the first records I remember that really just popped off in Houston. But I'm a Dope Fiend was right there in terms. So you probably just in the top 2 or 3 people that come out and have a real legit hit record out of this city. And I don't think enough people know that because when I'm a Dope Fiend came out, it's on the radio and me and Murder, we like, man, that's Jazzie. We had to make sure like, that DJ Redd. Like, I heard of all yep, that's him. Yeah. So how did that come about? Did you have a deal with the major? Did the major come first? Did the record come, then the major? How'd the whole I'm a Dope Fiend thing pop off?
Well, what happened was King T, which was DJ Terry T, he left Houston and went to California. Yep. He had family in California, so we call him Tila. So he went to California, and he made a record. He made
was it Bass?
No, Payback.
Okay.
Not Payback. Better Bring a Gun.
Okay.
And he called me and said, "Man, I made a record." I said, "You make no damn record." He said, "Listen at this." He played. I said, "That ain't no real record." Then he started scraping. He had already pressed it up. He was scratching. I said, "Oh shit, you made a record."
He said, "Ain't no real record."
You gotta scratch. Show me that shit real. That's some shit you just made up. But it was Better Bring a Gun. You better, if you're ever in Compton, you better bring a gun. So that was his first record. And he after that, he called me out to California. Said, "Man, you want to come out here?" And I say, "Hell yeah, I want to come to California." So we was out there. I went out to stay with him and DJ Pooh. We were all living together.
wow.
Sheila was staying with DJ Pooh.
Yeah,
did Friday movies and
Cube,
he wrote all those movies. So me and Tila, I was staying with Pooh, and I was just staying around different places in Compton and L.A. and Hollywood, and staying with wherever Tila went. I was staying with him. And after we left Pooh house, I think Tila got his own house because he had, got his deal with Capitol. He was on that Better Bring a Gun and Payback. All this was on Techno Hop. It was on the independent label. I think that was who label was that? Was that Unknown? DJ Unknown? One of those guys, that was their label. So Techno Hop, he was on. Then he got a deal with Capitol. Called me out there, and I hooked up with Toddy T.
Yeah.
Toddy T did Battle Ram. We used to play Toddy T stuff before I even knew him on Kidz Jam.
Yeah.
The Battle Ram. We did a little thing, the Kidz Jam.
I did a remix.
We did a little remix of it. So me and Todd got together, and Todd got a deal with Capitol, with Quality. And for me and him. Yeah. So that's how that whole thing came about. We started working on my album. So
they signed you before they had even just had any material on you and anything. Y'all just kind of how'd y'all broker that? How'd y'all put that together with them just walking in and I need a record deal? What led to them saying we gonna sign this guy? Was it something they heard or what?
Yeah, I think that they hadn't heard anything from me because I hadn't made any other record except the breakdancer record. And that record, I don't know, too many people haven't even heard that song.
Yeah.
So they just through Todd, because Todd had Battle Ram, he had Just Say No. Todd had a lot of hits out on LA Posse Records and Eve Jim. He had those records out. And plus I think Todd had a deal with another record company also. So they kind of knew who Todd was. So Todd he signed, I signed to Todd.
Yeah.
So, so it was like that. So, and Todd, then we just started working on my album. So Todd T got the deal and signed me to his deal.
Who sung the hook on I'm a Dope Fiend?
Todd.
Actually, that's Todd T.
Actually, that was Todd T's song.
Yeah.
He was going to use it on his album.
Right.
We were trying to hurry up and finish my project. Todd had this song. Todd wrote that song. That's Todd's song. That was the first song that somebody ever wrote for me that I did somebody else's writing. And Todd say, "Nigga, I got a song called I'm a Dope Fiend." I said, "Dog, no, man, no, hell no." He played it, and so I said, "Fuck it, this will be the last." It was the last song on the album. So we got to hurry up and get the album done so we can get this shit to Russ Regan. He was the president of Punk Records back then. R.I.P. Seemed like everybody I mentioned, I'm saying R.I.P. to, man, but R.I.P. to Russ Regan. He was one of the best labels that I've person at a label that I had encounters with. So Russ was real good. He was real good to me. And so we did the record, and it wasn't the first record out either. It wasn't my first record. The first record was Beach Girl. Yeah. That was the first one that I put out, my Beach Girl. We did a video for that one. And we did a video for I'm a Dope Fiend too. You can go on YouTube and check out all these songs, Beach Girl, and I'm a Dope Fiend. And then that's pretty much how that song came about. Todd gave me the song, and I recorded it, and that was it.
So now it's a single. It's popping on the radio. I know I don't know what the radio spins were like other parts of the country, but I know down here it was heavy rotation.
Right.
So was it getting that kind of action all over the place?
It was getting that kind of action all over. Yeah, pretty much nationwide because Capitol was distributing it. Right. And so it was everywhere. And I got tired of singing that song. I got tired of rapping them.
That's how you know it's a hit.
I was like, shit, I'm tired of doing this song, man.
That's how you know it's a hit.
So I went on tours, man. I went to the Bay Area. We did shows all in the Bay Area. We did a Southern region tour. We was all through the South and Louisiana and everywhere, man, just having fun, man, recording the song and just traveling, came home. I was in L.A. when my song hit. When I came home, they flew me back home and put me in a limo. I said, "Nigga, I stay right. I can drive. I'm right down the street." But I was like, "Shit, no, I'm right down the street from the house." I did a show at the Limelight, which was a club like right around. I was still staying in 4th Ward with my mom on that song. And I'm right before, the Limelight was right down the street from 4th Ward. So I was doing a show with, I think, C.C. Peniston and some other people. It was nice. It was a nice show. So treated me like royalty right at the house. So I said, okay, I'm feeling that.
Man, I think you might have opened the door to get maybe people feel comfortable when you were singing that. Because right after that, you had Brad with Mr. Mr. Scarface. Then you had Street Military. They did one. Then you had Convicts. They did one. And each one of
Show.
them, yeah.
You remember Show?
Yeah.
Show tried
to Willie D for
Show tried to steal my song.
No.
Show did a Mr. Dope Fiend. Remember that shit?
I think I do remember
Mr. Dope Fiend, but Show cool, man. That's my boy.
Mm.
But yeah, Show did a song called Mr. Dope Fiend. And a lot of people. Then some guy in I think somewhere had a song called Dope Fiend. I'm a dope, something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it kind of it was big, man.
Yeah.
Remember City Under Siege?
Yep, TV show.
I did a whole segment. I've been trying to get in touch with Fox. Fox, I need that footage. I need that show. So I called them. They said it wasn't in the archives or something. Yeah, we did a whole segment of City Under Siege with I'm a Dope Fiend.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, the lady Stephanie Frederick. She was the who was that? What I'm trying to say, she was the lady that was doing the interview and everything. Then, so we walked all through Fourth Ward, and my son, not this son, my other big son, Rodney, he was 5 years old at the time. Yeah, nigga, 37 now.
Hey.
How long that's been?
Long time. That's why it ain't in the archive no more, man.
37, we ain't got that no more.
Yeah.
That's gone. That's gone. I want that show, man, so bad. I had it on VHS tape. I don't know whatever. I want to see that so bad, man. Interviewed a actual dope fiend downtown. This lady, Stephanie, was so scared. He say, just like me and you talking, see, you're not a dope fiend. I'm a dope fiend.
Man.
If I feel like soon you had some money in your pocket, I would just jack you right here. She was like, shit.
She was like, cut.
Yeah, let's go.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it.
Yeah. Man,
Wrap this shit up.
But again, in the song had a message, bro.
Yes,
So the showing, even at that time, you could make a hit record and still have some consciousness involved in it and have a good record. So what was like the aftermath of that? And because I know after that it got to be, hey man, let's roll into this album and let's get going with all that.
Well, yeah, the aftermath was the company. Quality Pump Records was so new. They were based out of Canada, and they were pretty new. They didn't know how to market. They didn't know how to market my album. And it took them so quick. You know, they was caught off guard. Like, what are we gonna do with this motherfucker? Because it's blowing up. We did a video. I think they did the video too late. You know, after the song was big, then they did the video. Should have did the video first and blew it up like that. And after that, we just went on with that. We didn't even. I don't think we put out another single on that album. So they just kind of, it kind of fell to the wayside. We saw it damn near went gold. So we sold close to like 400,000 copies of the record. They'd have pushed it more and promoted it more and marketed it better. I could have had a gold album, a gold record on my hand. Man.
The success of the record seemed to move faster than the label's knowledge of how to work.
Exactly.
Man,
they did that. That was kind of bittersweet, man. But I wouldn't take nothing back. You know, it did what it did, and it put me where I needed to be put in hip hop. So I'm glad of that. Yes, sir.
How's hip hop treating you today?
Hip hop is good, man. You know, I'm still recording. I'm not recording as an artist, but that's what I do. I've been doing it all my life, you know, since high school, junior high school, man. So that's just what I do. So I've just been recording some records, just throwing them on Apple, Spotify, and all the streaming networks. You can go check out some of the latest things I've done. Did a song called Cool Like John, and what else, son? Cool Like John. This song was about my homeboy. John, his name was John Martin. He R.I.P. My brother. He passed away too. He was in high school. You know, when we was in school, it was Prince and Morris Day, and we were so cool. I was Prince. He was Morris Day. I had this long Jerry curl come down my eyes and a Jerry curl down my back. Boy, it was wet. I slang it, you know, and he was cool. He was like Morris Day, man. Oh man, so he was. You know, everybody was cool. The cool thing was in. So I had to make a song. So I said, cool like John, man. You cool, my homeboy. He was the coolest nigga I knew.
I'm telling you, that watch is probably the coolest thing I've seen. It's a record.
It's a turntable. You know who I seen with this watch? I said, that's the first person I seen. One DJ who had this. Was it Jazzie Jeff? It was somebody. Manny Fresh. Somebody. I think Manny Fresh or one of them had this watch on rose gold and with the turntable on. And then my wife bought this for me for on my birthday one year. Yeah, I've been had this for a while. I was like, man, the first person I seen with one, man. Thank you.
That's dope, man. You know, Keith.
I'm a cold motherfucker.
Yeah, Keith will recognize that he peeping the watch. He ain't no dope fiend. He ain't gonna try.
He just jacked me right here.
Yeah, for sure indeed, man. Man, you know what's so crazy? This back in the day, I know better now. But me and Murder, we was fans, of course. I'm a dope fiend with King T and all that. King T had this video, and you was in the video.
I was in a few.
It was one of them with the crowd scene.
Yeah,
and he said a line, and you kind of made a face. It's like, oh man, he dissed Jazzie Redd in the video. Like we thought he was like shooting a slug at the time. We ain't know no better. But I was like, nah. And for a long time, we thought that they had got you in the video and like shot a slug at you or something like that.
Which video you talking about? At Your Own Risk? We all was walking in the crowd, walking in the graveyard, cold rock stuff, At Your Own Risk. I was in that, then bass. I was in bass.
Bass.
And
was it not that song called Payback or something like that?
No, he didn't do a video for
Payback. I'll find it. I'll find it. Yeah,
I was in a few of those.
But we weren't thinking about like how you play different scenes in videos, certain and things like that, you know. But at the time, that was like a big conversation we was having between ourselves. Like, nah, but you know, now we know better than.
Yeah, no, Tita wouldn't diss me. Yeah. Not, especially not when I'm right there next to him in the video. I'm gonna diss you, but come get in the video too.
It just,
we're brothers. We've been brothers.
Yeah, without a doubt, man. Without a doubt. So, what are some, if any, like the low points of the business that you seen, that you saw, you know, or if any, when you were making that ascension at the time?
As far as low points for me?
Business, for you, yeah.
I didn't have any really low points in the business for me, because like I say, after that album with Quality, we kind of said, I came back to Houston, and me and my friend KC from Fort Worth, we started Stone Records. Yeah. No, I take that back. Yeah, we did Stone Records. That's right, we did it out. It was out after that. Yeah. So we had in the 90s, 95, 96, we started an independent label called Stone Records. And so for me, man, everything was, you know, was pretty good. I ain't really have no bad.
So your deal with Capitol and Quality, all that was good. You didn't have any issues.
Yeah, no, it was good for me. We jumped out of, because we didn't do a second album. Yeah. We didn't even do another single after Dope Fiend. So I wish we would have. I wish I had a lot of good songs on that album that we could have had some more singles and some more. You know, I did a song with MC Trouble called Think About It. Remember the MC Trouble? Mm-hmm. So rest in peace. That was my sister Tasha, man. So she had a seizure in a nightclub. She had these seizures. And so she was at a club one night and she had a seizure, man, and passed away either there or at the hospital. And that was the last song she did, was with me, a song called Think About It. Yeah. We did that album, then we did a remix version. King T was on the remix that we did. Yeah. So I wish we'd have released some of those songs and did some videos or something for them, but you know. Yeah.
You had a real dope relationship with OG Style too. You know, that chemistry that y'all had. You know, I remember he was Prince Eazy-E back in the days. Right. Give the people some insight about your connection with the great OG Style.
Well, Mr. Eric Woods, I was a mentor, a big brother to him, you know, and I put him on a lot of stuff. I put him on his first record. You know, it was my first record. My first record on our label, our independent label. Me and the famous DJ Jerry Smoking B. We came together. We did a record label together called Red Smoke Records. You know, me and Jerry Smoking B, Red Smoke Records, and I did a song called Top Secret. Yeah. I put OG Style on that. That was in 86. I think 85, 86, we did Top Secret, and on the B side of that, I had a song called I Run This Town. Because at that time, you know, that's when we was cocky. You know, you know, every rapper was
every rapper was
shit.
Coldest rapper.
The coldest, So it ain't really changed too much. Yeah. So we both from Fourth Ward. We both lived in Fourth Ward, and you know, he used to just be around us and, you know, learning the game. And, you know, he was cold, man. He was a good ass rapper, man. He was dope. Yeah.
No doubt.
So and we were just brothers, man. We, you know, lived right across the street from each other, and kicked it all the time, every day, and all that, and rapped together, and so on and so forth. So yeah, it was good, man. Good time. So I knew his grandmother, and I knew everybody. He knew my, we were family. So yeah.
You ever thought about getting back in on radio?
Radio,
Cause you got the voice, man. I just hear you.
That's right. Big homie Jazzie Redd, they holding DOW, because I'm always feeling GREAT. So yeah, but radio is different, man. I left, I was with 97.9 after Kidz Jam, years. We went on through and then 97.9 The Box was the first commercial station that that I got on after that. And how I got on that, they had a celebrity, a local celebrity day in Houston, where they got some of the celebrities to come be on the radio and just talk and hang out on the radio. I think Lil Kiki was there, me, and somebody else. There was a few people, and when Tom Calicochi, he was the music director. I mean, he was what the fuck I'm trying to say? He was the PD. He was the program director. My brain farts. He was the program director at that time. And he heard me say, he called me back and said, "Man, how would you like to come on and do a weekend show on the station?" I'm like, "What?" Because you sounded good on the radio. I heard you talking and everything, so I want you to do a weekend show. I said, "Let me think about it." Hell yeah. Yeah, let's do that. So that's how I got on at The Box. Yeah. And it was fun back then, man. Radio was fun. Doing remotes were fun. Yeah. And after I left The Box for 5 years, I went to, they called me over at Magic 102.5 in Beaumont. I was like, damn, Beaumont, that's why all my family's from Beaumont. I've been going out there since I was a baby, that's my family. So that's right down the street. So I went over there, took the job over there, and was there for like 14 years.
Oh, wow.
Number one radio, number one DJ in Southeast Texas, and highest rated, and blah blah blah, and so I was like, hell yeah. So yeah, but it's not. It's different now.
You took the thought out of my mind.
It's not fun.
What are some of the differences between radio then and now in terms of like how the flexibility that y'all may have had compared to now? How is it different?
It's to me, it's the listeners. When I was on, I had a real popular show called the Top 8 at 8.
Okay.
Kids would go crazy calling it was the top 8 at 8 songs, play the top 8 songs, and count them down. You got to remember something, get to the last song. Yeah, you win some tickets to whatever. And the listeners, by the time a couple of years after that, kids don't even listen to the radio no more. I'm like, damn, where all these kids at? Not like they used to. All those kids and got grown now. They older, and the listener, because the kids doing a lot of other stuff now. They doing this TikToks and all kind of shit. So they not even really listening to the radio like that. They online. They streaming. They listen to Apple Music and all these different platforms that they have to listen to music in.
I think it's the ad, that block ad, whatever that ad is, where it's like 5 minutes of ads. That's what loses me every time.
Oh, the commercials on the radio?
Commercial radio?
When it's just like 5 minutes of commercials.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you have to pay bill. That's bill paying. Just like when you watch television, the commercials come on. You have to have that because that's who's paying for the station to stay afloat. Those advertisers, they pay a lot of money, good money for those spots to be heard on the radio. But yeah, a lot of people didn't have some radios talking about commercial free. You can't have a commercial free radio. Yeah, you got to have commercials, man. That's who's paying for it.
I just thought they have figured out by now to figure out a way instead of just putting it all at once. Like somehow or another. Even in my car now, I see it comes on the screen. Whatever the commercials
play 2 and then go to some other shit, then play 2 more later on. But yeah, they want to put them all in one block. That way when they say commercial free, that's what they do. They put all of them at one time. Then they don't have to play no more for a long time. It seems like commercial free. They've been playing for hours without playing no commercial. They done played them all at one time.
Right.
But yeah, and the remotes, it's different now. You out doing a live broadcast somewhere. It's not like when I was in Beaumont, I was like a rock star, man. Right. When I did remotes, man, kids would be lined up going crazy, man. I think I was the only DJ to sign autographs. I was signing autographs and eating. I felt like I was like a celebrity, man. Just eating at the restaurant. People see, Jazzie Redd, can I get it? I was like, wow, this is crazy. They don't do that no more.
And I was about to say, because I think that the humility that y'all had, it's hard to find that now, because even when y'all became celebrities, even when y'all became just known in the community, y'all remain real personable. with people. If people could approach y'all, people could reach out and touch y'all and have a conversation. As time went on, I don't really see that a lot of commercial radio. A lot of these guys tend to have, I guess, an arrogance about themselves, and that created, to me, a disconnect between the disc jockeys and the artists and the audience as well. You know, what do you think led to that? Because maybe it's some just how you are, just as a person, but I think that's missing because we're not meshed together no more. You know, is that something you see, or just you never thought about it like that?
Yeah, no. The thing about me is, I think the reason I'm so popular, was so popular in radio, is because I do go to the community. I've done so much for the community, man. I've done food drives. We did back to school thing. You know, me and my wife, we had a cleaning service called Edmondson Cleaning Service, man. We did back to school events for about 10 years. You know, we gave away thousands of hundreds of backpacks and hundreds of school supplies and all kind of stuff like that. I'm always in the hood. I always like going to the communities and the lower income housing apartments and stuff like that and give back. So that's I'm always in the hood. They don't see Jazzie Redd, what you doing out here? You know what I'm saying? They be surprised to see us out there. But that's where you go, man. That's where my base is. That's my listeners. So.
I think being an artist too helps in terms of you dealing with artists, because you've been on the side of the coin that they own. When they approach you, they want to get their stuff played and all that. And even though we understand how the business runs and a certain things you got to do, politics, whatever, it's still a way that you can relay that to an artist without being, disrespectful,
exactly,
or looking down on that artist like that. Did you being an artist kind of put you in that mindset? Because I know people's coming up to me, I got my record, I got my song.
Yeah. But I never did that, as though I never went to say, "Here, man, play my record or play my song." But I understand where they coming from, and I do empathize with them. I grab it, take it from them. Oh man, I see what I can do. I throw it on. Yeah, it does put you in a different mind state, being that person. Being that on the other side of, on the other side of the mic, knowing where that person coming from as an artist, because by being one yourself. So I'm like, yeah, man, I definitely check it out. Give it to whoever. Give it to the PD or and just the music director and see if they can play it on. Give my word or whatever. Yeah.
Me and you, we share a unique perspective. I've been doing this a long time. You've been doing it a little longer than me, but we watch Houston become Houston in terms of hip hop. What was your whole view through that process, just watching all these rappers come up, some of them going platinum and gold and getting big and falling off, and others coming in? Now you got big international stars like Travis Scott and Megan and all that.
Yeah.
What was your take? Do you feel like pride, or do you feel like some things could have been done better? What's your take on the evolution? You being here from the beginning.
Yeah, man, on the evolution of Houston hip hop, I do feel proud. I'm very proud of all the artists that come from Houston, man. I want everybody to just grow, and I want them to represent Houston in the right way. I'm not mad at all the artists that come from, Slim and Roe and all those artists, man, that came up out of Houston. All you guys, man, Street Military, all the guys that came up in the 90s, D, Trinity Garden Cartel, all those guys, man, everybody that came up, and all the big, like you say, the big guys. It's not Travis Scott. Well, how old is Travis? 20-something? He probably wasn't born when we was doing.
He definitely wasn't. He may be 30, late 20s. I don't know.
Yeah,
but you talking about the 80s now.
Yeah, so he got the new school Houston, you know what I'm saying? So he didn't get a chance to experience, or I hope he's knowledged and know where his Houston roots and know where all that stuff come from, because I don't like artists going out there and not representing the true essence of Houston hip hop. You go out there, you got to know about Jazzie Redd, man. You got to tell the guy, say, yeah, man, Jazzie Redd was one of the first rap, blah, blah, blah. And then Scarface and them came, and then, we got Screw and we got all that, so don't leave out. Because when people talk about New York hip hop, first thing they talk about Africa Bambaataa, DJ Red Alert, Grandmaster Flair. They don't just start, Run DMC and them started rapping in New York. They don't just start with Run, Run them was out there.
They need a history.
Yeah.
Why is our history kind of lost in your opinion like that? Just compared to like New York?
Just probably knowledge, because that's why I'm glad you guys have this platform for us to come on and tell our story and stuff like that, because a lot of people don't know. It's not that they not just, it's not like they just hating it. I ain't gonna say no motherfucking Jazzie Redd nigga. That's old school. I ain't gonna talk about that. I'm gonna talk about what's going on now. They honestly, I'm assuming they just don't know. It's not knowledge, man. So you guys give us the platform to come on and say these things, and people looking and be like, oh shit, I didn't even know that.
Right.
Now they know that, Travis and whoever else, all these new guys, and Megan, all these new artists that's multi-platinum stars and superstars and girls and everything, so they can go out and tell everybody, oh, Jazzie Redd and Face them and all them, these guys, they started all that. Ready Red and
I definitely learned because we've been talking about Kidz Jam for years on the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I always thought Kidz Jams was something like Teen Summit. I didn't even know it's on the radio.
I had to educate him on that. I had to give him the
because of the name.
Yeah.
Speaking of Teen Summit, we was on Teen Summit. On KHOU, Channel 11, they did a show in Houston, Teen Summit, a show. I was on there. Bushwick was on there. Raheem was on the show. EPMD, Tevin Campbell.
Oh wow!
And it was televised. I want that footage too. Channel 11. I need that. That footage. It was teen. It was called not Teen Summit. It was Teen Forum. It was a teen forum, kind of like a Teen Summit in Houston. They recorded and I got a few little clips on it where I performed. I did Dope Fiend and I performed. Them was on the panel, and some of the other guys was just on the panel and didn't perform, but it was dope, man. So,
Parrish was at Channel 11 for like 1 billion years. I wonder if he can link that up.
Yeah, man. See if we can get that old P. Murph. Come on,
yeah. Parrish. I don't know if he's
Fat Baby Buddha.
Yeah. No question about it. I some years ago, I got Parrish. I was trying to. I take responsibility for getting him on his health journey, what I'm saying, doing this thing. But man, that's part of your history. That's part of your legacy that your young seeds can see, and that's another question I do like your sons, do they know who they daddy is? Do they understand?
Yeah, my oldest son does.
I know
he grew up in he grew up in all that, and all my kids grew up at I have a 16-year-old daughter, my daughter Janie. She grew up at the radio station. The only two that didn't really get a chance to grow up at the station was the last two that I had. They were too small. All these kind of grew up at the station, and so they pretty much know. I don't think they know the depths of what I do or who I am, but they know, Daddy, you famous? So they ask me that.
Daddy somebody.
And I was like, your daddy got a little something.
Yeah, a little something. Yeah. If they only knew, and that's a thing that time has a cruel way of consuming our legends if we don't uplift them and put their names out like that.
Yeah.
What I like about you, Jazzie, like I'll let y'all know myself what I did, and that's how you got to get down, man. So business wise, did you ever think to like, because I know you said y'all started the label and all that. Did you ever have a moment where you wanted to really, really dive head first into it and start getting artists and all that? Like now. I don't mean like back in the night. I mean like right now. To get back in it.
Kinda, but it's I don't know, because a lot of artists now, they got all this tools and all this access to the internet and stuff. So they kind of it's different from getting artists and I'm finna start me a label, Jazzie Redd Records, and I'm gonna sign me some of the dopest artists in Houston or grab some couple of R&B, some girls that can sing or whatever, give me a couple of groups. It ain't like that. They do that shit on their own now. They go on the internet, man, and just upload to YouTube. Now they got AI. That AI they can make a whole video, upload and get views, and so it's a little different now. So but I definitely thought about it.
Man. We need you as active as possible, man, because it's so rare. What about a podcast? You ain't never thought about doing a podcast?
Yeah. Had one. Had it. I didn't have one, but I had one in mind that I was gonna do. It's time consuming, man. You gotta have a lot of time for that shit. You gotta do it every day, or you're just gonna fall by the wayside. You gotta stay in it and stay recording and uploading videos all the time. You know, it's a little time consuming for me. The only reason I say that because I have small children. If I didn't have if my children wasn't small and they was grown and gone like my oldest, shit, I have a lot of free time to do that. I have what's called the Natural High podcast. I got a song called Natural High. That was one of my other songs too. So go on YouTube and check that one out too. Natural High. So we call it the Natural High, Jazzie Redd's Natural High podcast. But yeah.
From I'm a dope fiend to natural high.
Naturally high dope fiend.
Yeah.
He wasn't the dope fiend.
No. Yeah. So for those that's confused about that song, it was a song about my friend.
Yeah.
He was the dope fiend. Yeah, he left off and went somewhere out of town, spend some time in somewhere else with his family, and got hooked up with the wrong people and got on drugs and ultimately got killed and stuff like that. So that's what that whole. It was a fictitious song, but that was most of the basis of what it was. Fiction for us, but probably true to a whole lot of people in the world. Yeah, because I came up with a lot of people come to me and say, "Man, this happened to my my cousin, my brother, so on and so forth." So yes, sir.
Give me, I guess, maybe the top 5 rappers that you loved, that you were able to meet, that you was like, man, I'm like glad to be in the presence of these guys.
Two of my favorites.
Run them back.
Two of my favorites, Run, of course, Run. But two of my favorites was one of the guys you got a chance to meet. I was gonna ask you, how did you feel rapping with Kidz? standing right there, I bet you like this
little kid, little 9-year-old kid. Like, I can't believe that was a dream, yo. Okay,
So Kidz, I met KRS-One at what was it on West Time with all them? You say about the Numbers.
Numbers.
All those concerts and stuff, rock bands and all kind of people. KRS-One was at Numbers one night. I went up there, I met KR, man. He was like, I was telling him about how they used to send me their records and stuff. B-Boy Records used to send me all. And that record he was talking about, he was online talking about the dope beats and how it was misspelled or wrote wrong or something like that. I had that record. They sent me all those with the misspelled label and stuff. Like they used to send me instrumental. I had a whole instrumental album. I told Kara, I said, man, y'all used to send me all this shit, man. And he's like, yeah, man. So he was like, you'll see me again. I was like, okay, good. So KRS-One, of course, met LL a few times. He came when I was at 97.9 The Box. LL came up to the station and met LL, KRS-One, Run.
Met Chuck?
No, didn't met Public Enemy, none of those guys. I met several people, man. It was just, so that's, what was that, 3?
Yeah.
Who else I meet, man? Puffy. He's not one of my favorite rappers, but I did meet Puffy before, he got into all this mess. He was, and when I met Puffy, he was kind of intimidating. I interviewed him at 97.9 The Box. It just felt, I just got a vibe from him. I just got intimidated for no reason. And he wasn't tripping. He wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I just felt something.
Really?
His energy just felt
maybe
funny.
Yeah,
man.
Slippery
back in the day. That was back in the day. That was, you know what I'm saying? Early 2000. I was at The Box in 02. Yeah, 02 to 06.
What made you, was it a line of questioning that you was hitting him with? You felt like he might have, because you could tell, like, you right, you can sometimes tell people like kind of get a little fidgety and a little uncomfortable.
Just his presence, his aura. It just felt
demanding.
Kinda, and me and I was, and then Carmen Contreras, she kind of piggybacked and asked him a few questions too, So I was like, yeah, man, it just felt a little funny.
Right.
I didn't think nothing of it at the time. Once you look back, you go back in retrospect and be like, okay, well, shit, that's kind of probably what that was,
Was he not looking at you in the eye? Was he looking you up and down?
Yeah, he was.
You know what this dude here, man? Ain't no attention to this dude, man.
No, he wasn't in there. Damn sure, because I sure was, man. Nigga, what the fuck you looking at? The fuck is you looking at, dog? No, man. Nigga. No, it wasn't there.
It's Htown.
Yeah, Htown, nigga. What was it?
Oh, man.
No, it was just, I don't know, it just felt a little funny. Yeah. You can sense people's aura, you can feel them. So.
Who did you work with that you have you ever worked? Cause I didn't, even back then, I guess features wasn't like a real big thing locally back then. We kind of picked that up as time went on, but did you ever get a chance to collab with, outside of King T, of course, did you ever get a chance to collab with any of the artists?
Not too many, just Tasha, MC Trouble, Candyman.
Oh yeah.
I wrote a song, co-wrote a song for Candyman on his on the album.
The one with the
knocking the boots on it.
Yeah,
Did a song called not Beach Girl, that's my song. Yeah. Sex on the Beach.
Yeah.
Sex on the beach. Sex on the beach. Yeah, I did I think it was the first verse was my verse. He rapped it, but I wrote it.
Right.
So wasn't that many artists I had a chance to collaborate with.
Right.
Wish I did. Wish I had an opportunity to collaborate with a lot of different rappers. Met Will Smith in L.A. This was in the 90s. And the thing about that is Will Smith and who was that? I think it was just him and somebody. Was it Jeff? I was on a radio show. They were doing a thing called something like a Make It or Break It, Slam It or Jam It, right? And I was my song was on that Dope Fiend. I was winning each week. And then they come on. They just happened to be guests on the show that day, and they were kind of like telling everybody to, kind of like telling them not to vote for me and shit like that. I was so motherfucking mad.
Will never saying that?
Yeah. Who up there? Who you want? And I was going up against Rakim.
Man.
I said, I'm finna lose this one. I'm finna lose this one, boy. Yeah. And I barely lost, though, because, even Rakim was way dope rapper. At that time, he was, I think it was Casualties of War, one of those songs they played, put up against my Dope Fiend song, but I was winning, and they kind of was sabotaging the line. They was answering the call.
Oh, man.
They was answering. They let them answer the phone line. I said that was wrong,
They probably tried to crack jokes or something like that. I'm trying to get this, man. Quit playing with me.
He was, because, they from New York, and Rakim was, they didn't know me, so I'm like, okay, that's all. I was looking just like his ass with the high top shit.
When shade that bad boy off right there.
Yep.
Nah, it'd be a few rig jobs here and there, but the people speak a dope song is a dope song.
Yes, sir.
Man, if it's anything you got going, you want to tell the people, want to let the folks know, man, feel free. Let us know what you got popping, big brother.
Yeah. What I feel bad about is I haven't had the opportunity to come and do anything for my proclamation day, April the 14th, since 2018 was Jazzie Redd Day in the city of Houston. R.I.P. to Mr. Mayor Sylvester Turner and Pete Allen, DJ Pied Piper, helped make all that possible. And I just been so wrapped up, man. And then COVID came and all this stuff, and I haven't had a chance to get back. But I want to come through and do like a three-thing event here. Hopefully we can get it planned for next year. My thing is seniors, old people, veterans, and kids. So I want to do a three-thing: party with the old folks, party with the veterans, and party with the kids. Do a little thing, do a three in one day. Do three things in one day. So I want to, hopefully I can put that together, get with some nurses, some senior citizens, senior living homes and veterans groups and stuff, and something with the kids and have a little dance for them, come DJ and give them some little stuff and stuff like that. Little kids, that's what I do.
We need that. See, I'm glad to know that you got a day out here. That's well deserved. I'd have been upset if I found out that you didn't. No, straight up, because that's definitely well deserved. I wish I'd have knew, because we can definitely, whenever you put something together,
and that's my birthday too, April 14th. So that's my birthday, and we just passed again. So I've just been kind of upset that I didn't get a chance to get out and do something since the proclamation started. But we definitely gonna plan something for this year coming up, 2027, and try to get something popping, man.
So, because so many people that get a day, they kind of make the day about glorifying themselves. But then you got a handful of people like yourself that have it in mind that I'm gonna make my day about giving back.
That's exactly what I want to do.
How can people get hold to you if they want to follow you or whatever?
Call a nigga, spit at me. They can, I'm on social. I'm not as active on social media but I do have a TikTok, Jazzie Redd Legendary. I have Facebook. What else I got? I don't have IG. I deleted my IG, but I might get it back popping. Because everybody got IG. So, just hit me up, Jazzie Redd. It's Jazzie Redd Legendary, or just Jazzie Redd on all social media. So, yeah. And YouTube, Jazzie Redd Legendary. You want to check out some of the songs or whatever. Yeah.
And
popping.
Jazzie Redd.
That right.
Two red like Red Fox.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, man. This man right here is a legend. That word gets thrown around so much, but this is a true legend, pioneer, innovator, veteran. I mean, teacher, tree with branches growing from it. Man, this man,
husband, father,
brother. Man, you are responsible, in my opinion. I can't speak for nobody else, for so many, for sparking the brain cells of so many rappers that came out this city, man, including myself, bro. So I'm honored to have you sitting here, my brother.
And Romeo Poet bit some of my stuff back in the day.
No,
too.
he didn't.
He bit my stuff.
Romeo Poet, the great Romeo Poet
bit my stuff.
Man, okay, wait, man, before we go, we got to hear this story. Man.
It was a song I wrote about a girl. It was a little girl. She was fine. She used to come to the skating rink all the time. Her name was Shantae, and I did a rap by Shantae, baby, the jump for you, something. And I say, before you something, I say, don't. She say, don't go, Jazzie Redd. And then Romeo Poet came and did it. So don't go, Romeo. I say, boy, you bit my.
We gonna find Romeo. We gonna bring him in here and let him tell his side of the story, man.
Oh no, I take that back. My bad. I'm sorry, Romeo Poet, not Romeo. It was Rapatron. Rapatron said, don't go.
I was shocked.
Rapatron.
I was like, I know Romeo Poet.
Yeah, not Romeo Poet. That's my boy.
Rapatron. Yeah, I battled Rapatron back in the day, man. I think we battled. We ran each other at a mall or something right there. He used to run with this guy named Little C's, not the one that used to be with Biggie, but another guy named with Little C's long before them. But yeah, Rapatron, man, I wasn't mad. See, it be guys like that. You hear like Rapatron and Burgermeister and all these.
You got to know Houston's history, man, to know about these guys. I've been trying to find Burgermeister. So anybody know Burgermeister?
Please.
We don't know his real name or nothing like that. We know he was a cold ass DJ.
Yeah.
He was real dark skinned, black motherfucker. But I don't know how Burger might be the same age as us, 50, 60, somewhere up in there. He might be somewhere in that age. But yeah, Burgermeister was cold, man. So if anybody know Burgermeister, if he's healthy and alive and well, let us know what Burgermeister is, man.
Burgermeister.
That's the only nigga. It's the only person named Burger. Ain't no other.
Hard to find.
You ain't gonna want to. Nigga ain't gonna want to call himself Burgermeister. No. I don't eat burgers.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. See, all those names. We gotta do some kind. See, and before we go, we got real quick. Man, I'm sorry, bro. I got you here. The Kidz Jam reunion.
Yeah, man.
That. For y'all don't know, y'all got the history now about how the whole Kidz Jam radio program started, man. And it was so iconic and legendary in the city for those that know. But recent years, y'all have been doing these reunions where y'all bring everybody back. Yeah. And it's crazy because not only does the remaining living members of the original crew come back, like Lester, yourself, King T, Parrish, different people, but a lot of the rappers who was influenced by Kidz Jam, or their faces there, Bun is there, all these different people that come in, man. What did that mean to y'all to know the impact y'all had on this generation? Because y'all molded us, bro.
Yeah, it's overwhelming, man. It feels good at the same time. It's kind of surreal, that we impacted the city so much unbeknownst to us. We had no idea what we were doing at the time. We were just in there being kids and just rapping because that was a new thing. That was a culture, man. We just was in there doing what we were doing and had no idea that it was going to affect people 30, 40 years later, man. Like, damn, they still remember all this stuff. We used to, every Saturday, people used to go to the car wash and McGregor Park and, just wash their cars and be listening to Kidz Jam and recording tapes, of us rapping. And that's how I got my tape with all the raps on it. One of my friends from high school, he had a tape full of all my raps on it. I said, give me that guy.
Got to get that. Yeah.
And I was been supposed to give it back to him. I ain't gave it back to him yet.
You ain't gonna get it back.
I got you, dog. You got it. Because I already uploaded it. So Kid got his tape somewhere. But yeah, man. So that's kind of overwhelming to know all the guys and just come back and hang out with us for the reunion and people looking forward to it, man. It's a big deal.
It's a living history,
Yes,
man.
sir.
It's a living
Big
history that again one of the greatest to come out of our city and has always represented us well. The legendary Jazzie Redd.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, brother, man. Salute to you, man. Triple OG salute. Man, well, we gonna get out here on this note, man. It's your big brother K Reno.
This your boy Kidz though.
Yes, sir.
Dialogue podcast with the name 347.
We are at this one. You getting straight on it?
Yeah, the lens, boy.
We using that one.
Right on the lens. Yeah, that's gonna show man, your big brother K Reno, man. I'm saying this to all our Underground Dialogue podcast soldiers. Make sure that you support our brother Eugene Preacher Smith in his clothing line. This brother got some of the dopest gear that I've come across, top quality stuff. I'm gonna get out the way and let him tell you about it.
254 Worldwide, it's your girl Erin. I'm from the Kids of the Future for the future, and today I'll be introducing my dad. He is an OG and he's also a gangster. See, the reason why he ain't raised his kids to be a gangster is because they won't be love tech. Now I be teaching y'all a song and I want y'all to listen, because if you don't, you'll fail. If you do, you won't fail. You'll get an A. So here I go. Fifth ward finest, lamp under my feet, keep my front shining. Got my sister on the line, breaker 19. It's traveling season, so devil get behind me, devil get behind thee, devil get behind thee. Everything we do, God co-signing. Now guess who driving while y'all keep wildin'? We keep God smiling, that's why blessed keep piling. Now that's 85,000. Keep CCLIV.
254 Worldwide. Welcome to CCLIV land, where we keep it 100 on strong, 365. So you know we're gonna keep it CCLIV. Hey, this is my brand that I created to be able to save our youth, to make sure they don't receive 25 years in TDC and make them eligible for 4 years of college on any level. You can find us at www.ccliv.bigcartel.com and www.keepitccliv.bigcartel.com. And we also got a manual, a handbook, where you can find that on www.amazon.com. Research CCLIV Chronicles and Guidance, and you will find it. And you can find me at Facebook, Eugene Preacher Smith. Yeah, you can check me out. You can follow me on there every morning.
What up, man? It's your big brother K Reno. Look, man, my brand new album is out, man. The Industry. Y'all go get a physical copy right now. That's right, hard copy. Keep CDs alive, man. Keep the independent strong. Y'all go grab this right now from South Park Coalition site.net. It's also available on all the digital sites as well. But y'all make sure y'all go get your copy right now. If you didn't know, now you know. All right, peace. And it's your big brother K Reno. Look, man, the Underground Dialogue website is back